Hello, welcome to Tuesday Talks with the Conways,
I'm Courtney.
and I'm Chris. Hope you enjoyed that little moment of serenity there.
It threw me off. I'm not gonna lie. I looked at him like, "What is that?"
He goes, "Is that on purpose?" I go, "Yes." It's better than just a plain countdown, and but I like to test out some of the new features. I decided to not test out the spooky Halloween themed music, although she might
I would have
actually like
liked
that.
that actually.
But welcome, Adina. Thank you so much for joining us. And we'll give everyone a few moments to join. We're still waiting on some of our regulars, but we're also hopefully we'll have some new people on here as well. But tonight,
Hello over on
yes,
Instagram.
we've got lots of people on Instagram. Landcover on Instagram saying hello. Hello, glad to have you here. We will give everyone a chance to join a little bit, but our topic this time is going to be a Q&A.
Yes. We did
So
one of these forever ago, and so we just thought it's been a while. So I not so many questions you have, even something that's like super bizarre.
hello, Naomi.
Just let it.
Topic. It can be kind of off topic if you want to take this time to get to know us
Mhm.
as healthy coaches. We're happy to answer some of those questions too. But be thinking about about any kind of questions. Whether it's what kind of stuff we eat, what's our favorite activity, just anything that you can think of that you might be wanting to ask
Mhm.
us. Like she said, our last one we did, it's been a little while. It was very fun. We had so many questions. On Instagram, Landcover is Linda from Michigan. Thank you so much for joining us. My sister is in Michigan, so
Yes.
got lots of love up for our Michigan people. So I'm glad to have you here. And then hopefully we'll have some people on YouTube as
YouTube.
well. We normally have a couple people over there. But we have the comments up, and we've got both the Instagram on one side, and then the Facebook and YouTube comments on kind of right next. We will try to make sure that we keep up with everything. We might kind of scroll up and pause the comments so that we can make sure that we don't lose anything. So be thinking of those questions you want to ask us. And hello, and Naomi. I think I might have already mentioned. I mean, we've got lots of people. So, this is a fun week. Kathleen has already gone to 3 Halloween events,
Yeah.
and we've already got way too much candy. I mean, we still have candy left over from last year.
Yeah, we do. We have a big like it's like a lunchbox that we have full of candy, and it's still full from last year. So we may to just get rid of last year's candy and refill it with this year's candy.
Yep, absolutely. And then we've got Cookie from California on Instagram. Welcome, welcome. But that's something that we wouldn't mind talking about either is snacking and whatnot. Especially if you have little ones in your house that you might be getting candy from, because we're going to get our parent tax. Got to teach
Yes.
our daughter young. Yes, we are exhausted, but thankfully those 3 Halloween events were kind of spread out. So we had one on
Last Saturday.
last Saturday,
And one this Saturday and
one on Sunday, and then we've got one tomorrow.
Potential one on Thursday. We're not sure if we're going, and then actual Halloween.
Yep. So
Our daughter, Halloween is her favorite holiday, so we try to do all the.
yes,
But she
Halloween is
also
probably
loves
her
Christmas.
tippy top.
Yeah.
Like her very is Halloween. So we'd like to make sure that she gets to join the festivities. Then Christmas is a close second. She absolutely loves and lives to visit Spirit Halloween stores. She
Yes.
counts down the months, counts down the weeks. Halloween stores open up, because she knows that they open up well before her birthday, because it's in November.
But I think that's partially why she loves Halloween, because she knows right after Halloween is her birthday.
And then Christmas, so all the really good stuff. So we've also got Michelle from Rockford, Minnesota.
We got Carrie from Maine.
Yes, lots. I feel like we have some new people here, so that's really exciting. I mean, that's also a really great opportunity for those that might be new and they've not tuned in before, to ask us questions about us, our lifestyle.
Yes, and also if you want to go ahead, if you have any questions, go ahead and just start
Yes,
typing them out while we're
feel free.
talking. We might do a quick introduction about ourselves.
Yes. So feel free. Don't feel like you have to wait to ask questions, but you have questions about the healthy program, the plans, and kind of anything in anything really. So we're happy to be here. So just while we're waiting, for some of you to be thinking about your questions, um, I'm Chris and Courtney, and she's Courtney, and
Hello.
we've been healthy coaches for
It's been a long
years.
time.
Yeah,
Three, 3 or 4 years.
yeah, we've been healthy coaches for quite some time, but we've been doing this podcast on Tuesday. So Tuesday Talks with the Conways has been going on for
For a little over a year.
yeah, a
I
little
think it
bit a
was
year.
last June or May or June.
Yeah, it seems like time flies.
Hi,
And hi,
Casey.
Casey. Yeah, I'm glad to have you here with us. But yes, we've been doing the podcast for a little over a year. And we've done, like I said, we've done one Q&A session and really enjoy it. But we've been on this current health journey for probably about 5 years. So shortly after Catherine was born, after she was born, we were kind of at our peak weight wise, and we really started to get healthy for her and for each other. And then we knew we wanted to have more children. So kind of that's a brief recap. But in this 5 years that we've been more successful than we have been in our entire lives.
Yeah.
All the dieting, yo-yo diets, losing and gaining it back.
Yep. And right now I am about 20 lowest. My lowest that I ever remember being was when I met Chris. Then
That was 10 years ago.
Then I went on birth control before we got married, and birth control, like, I ballooned over 100 pounds. So that's where, I mean, I had weight issues, but that's when I really, really got up there. So
Hey,
hi,
Devin. Devin is on YouTube. We've got one of our YouTube regulars. But yes, and I was 455 pounds, and that's the highest I've ever documented weight. I never really documented. I wish I had documented my weight more because I'm pretty low now, but I have no idea when the last time I was. I'm about 115 pounds. My 100 and 455. It's been nice, but I just kind of wish that I had that documentation of about where I was. I still don't even think I'm quite where I was when I was in college, because I look back at my college photos and I feel like I was a little bit smaller then.
Yeah.
Shelley is asking if we're having any internet problems. Is anybody else having any audio or video issues? I'm hoping not. Would not.
Let me see how it's looking on the left.
She's going to pull it up on her phone, but hopefully no one else is having any issues. Yep, not. She's going to pull it up on her phone, but hopefully okay. No one else. Regina says we're coming in and out.
Okay. He's making sure we're connected.
Yeah, we're connected. I'm just contemplating whether let's try to switch over. It will probably hang up a moment, but I'm going to go ahead and try to switch our internet over real quick.
Well,
Okay,
hello.
we are back. I'm so sorry about that. Yes, Shelly, thank you so much for filling everyone in. But yes, we were switching our internet over.
Is everybody here? Is it working?
Hopefully, everyone can see us and hear us, and hopefully, we don't have any issues with freezing. So if we can have some people comment, maybe let us know. Yay,
Thank
Verdina.
you.
So hopefully, it's a lot more smoother for you.
Okay.
Yes. I have no idea where we were before
I
the
don't
internet.
know. I'm so sorry about that, guys. The internet here has been a little funky lately.
Yes, we're glad to be back. And yes, looks like Shelly says that's much better.
Good.
But yes, so we went on the been doing healthy for 5 years, um, and we did have though a 2 year kind of plateau where we were not super consistent. We were either really good with it with our plan, not good with our exercise, or we were really good with our exercise and not really good with being on plan. But we still mention and think that um, the plateau and not gaining the weight back is a huge success. So if any of you are in a plateau,
Hmm.
don't let that be discouraging. It's difficult, but it's really good to not
Hmm.
lose that weight. So we know that once we finally get into our goal weight, that we will be able to maintain without gaining it all back. But we're finally now having a big push, and
Yeah.
especially this year, starting in January, we both have really been
Yes.
consistent with both the plan and our exercise, and finally seeing some really good losses. I'm kind of at an all-time low for this 5 year period.
Hmm.
So super happy about that. But yes, I know we had some internet glitches, but if anybody wants to or has any questions, feel free. Um, we'd love some interaction. Sherry
Yes.
in Florida.
So, to answer one of our probably most asked questions on here, the plan, a lot of people ask us what plan we're on. Currently I'm on the calorie plan, but my absolute favorite plan is Better Balance. I went on the calorie plan last year in November, for because I usually maintain it during November and December, and it gives a little bit more freedom, and I've just kind of stayed on it ever since because of the freedom it gives. But I've been toying with going back to Better Balance because I love Better Balance. I tell you
Mhm.
guys all the time how much I love Better Balance. But yes, that's the plan that we are currently on is calories, but our goat, greatest of all time, favorite is Better Balance.
Mhm. And then if you've followed us before, you'll know that during the November, December months, we tend to focus more on maintaining, just because we've got our daughter's birthday, we've got Thanksgiving, we've got Christmas, and then we've got my mom and her mom in December. And Courtney's right after Christmas, early January. So we have a tendency, we don't want to miss out on the enjoyment and celebrating those holidays and those
Mhm.
birthdays. We don't anticipate going overboard, but we just know there's a lot of holidays, there's a lot of birthdays. Our goal is if we can come out of November and December the same weight, that we will be happy. And then come January after her birthday, we can kind of get back in gear and then get
Mhm.
back on the losing train.
Yes. What he said.
Definitely something that we have found successful. That might help some of you. I know sometimes going through holidays and birthdays and celebrations, you don't want to feel like you're missing out, but we do make a huge effort to not go overboard, and that sometimes
Mhm.
can be difficult. And that's why some people may not want to go that route, um, just because you can go a little bit too far off the deep end.
Yes, and that's another question we get a lot is how we balance it all, like how we don't go overboard. And we just kind of learned that like you can have I don't know, you can have your treats, but you don't have to go overboard. And I like the 80-20 rule. Healthy eating 80% of the time, having my treats 20% of the time, and it really does balance out.
Mhm. And then we got Kathy on the Instagram asked any suggestions about portion control. That definitely is a really big thing. And that's something that was more difficult at the beginning for us because we were just so used to having as much as we want. Having those big portions, going back for seconds, and then me finishing whatever
Mhm.
our daughter doesn't finish. Um, But one other thing that has helped us is we use a smaller plate. We can't fit as
It
much
kind of
on there.
tricks your brain.
It tricks your brain. Um, but start with a smaller portion, and if anything, just balance it out. We also weren't really big on sides and vegetables, so we'd have this entree and then have so much of it. But if you can add other items in with
Mhm.
your meal, so let's say you have a meal, add a little bit of a side salad, and then add a vegetable or add a fruit to go along with it, so you can have more kind of variety, and that will help limit
Mhm.
your portion sizes. Is one of the things you
Yes,
can
and
do.
also volume eating. Find foods that you can have a lot of for as few calories as possible, like vegetables, fruit, air pop popcorn. There are lots of different things that you can have a lot of, and it will trick your brain and just have those. Also pre-portioned snacks. If you're really bad about like grabbing a bag of chips and eating the whole thing, either portion them out yourselves or buy the pre-portioned snacks. And typically you're a
Mhm.
lot less likely to eat as much if it's pre-portioned out.
And Zimmercat on Instagram also mentions that she measures everything out as well. Totally helps with portion
And
control.
sometimes when you measure it out or weigh it out, you can get more.
Mhm.
Fun
We
fact.
definitely recommend weighing out. So the volume, especially for something like popcorn, you've got lots of air stuck in there. So do your weighing by
Yes,
grams.
and also pre-track your day if you have problems with portions and those things that you want more of, those things that you're like, I need more of this certain food. Go ahead and pre-track letting yourself have a little bit more. Like it doesn't mean you have to go overboard.
Mhm.
Let yourself have a little bit more of it and pre-track it and make it fit in your day.
It definitely can help with portion control is pre-tracking. Like Courtney, sometimes when she has goes through a rough period, the night before she will track breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, dessert, so she can know where she's at, and that also knows that she's not going to go overboard, and that she knows she's going to
Mhm.
get enough.
And also just I'm going to give a little sneak peek into next week's topic. Next week's topic is actually how to deal with mindless snacking or how to end it. So we will talk a lot about that and portion control and just snacking and things of that nature.
Mhm. And then somebody on Instagram asked about sugar cravings and how to stop it. I don't know if there's going to be a way to fully stop it, but Courtney has a love for all things sugary, chocolate, peanut
Yes.
butter, those types of things. But she has lots of really amazing tricks to help. And part of that is to not cut it all out completely. If you
Hmm.
got a sweet tooth, you got to allow your health to have some of that.
Yes. One thing is find a healthy alternative. My yogurt bowls, you guys know I love my yogurt bowls. With my yogurt bowls, I do the add what you want with what you need thing. And like if I'm craving a cookie, I will have a cookie inside of a yogurt bowl. If I'm craving a Reese's, I'll have a Reese's in a yogurt bowl. Like yogurt bowl is my big thing. And if you guys want, it's been a really, really, really long time since we've shared our yogurt bowl. That can be my recipe next week if you guys want. But it really, really, really helps to have
Mhm.
something like a yogurt bowl, some sort of healthy alternative. It doesn't even have to be a yogurt bowl. It can be protein yogurt, which is another recipe that we
Mhm.
have. Um, find just healthy alternatives. And also, if you're really, really craving something, like you want a piece of cake, get a small piece of cake. Don't just deprive yourself and not let yourself have it because then you're going to want it more and then you're going to probably end up binging. So
Yeah.
when it comes to your sugar cravings, I know some people don't like saying it, but let yourself have it. Just have a little bit. And remember, if you want more, you can come back tomorrow and have more.
Mhm.
That's one thing that's helped me a lot. I have my daughter's
Stash of candy.
stash of candy in our room. And I get a piece here and there, but I know if I want more, I can have it tomorrow. And I don't have to sit here and eat the whole entire thing just
Mhm.
because I'm craving sugar. That one little bite, it's hard. It is really hard. I'm not going to act like it's easy,
Mhm.
but having that bite and knowing I can get more tomorrow, it really does help.
Um, yes, and having what you want, like the yogurt bowl is really healthy, but with the Reese's, she gets what she wants, and then the bowl is healthy. We love those Biscoff cookies, the cookies that you make
Mhm.
cookie butter with. We have made basically cookie butter themed yogurt bowls. with crushed up Biscoff cookies in the top.
And another thing is Pinterest is your friend. If I'm craving something in particular, I will go on there and look up like healthy cake. But make sure you read the reviews because sometimes they're not actually good. Make sure you read the reviews of them to make sure they actually are good. But almost anything you're craving, you can find a healthy alternative for.
Or just have it in moderation with something healthy. So
Yeah.
if you want some cookies, maybe have some grapes to go along with it.
Mhm.
Some other kind of volume stuff that you can have. So like I said, don't deprive yourself because that's when you're gonna tend to binge. I'm not really a sweet tooth. Mine's more savory. I love carbs. I love chips, cheese, those types of things. So if I go too long without having some chips or a little bit of cheese, I will have a tendency to just go
Mhm.
grab a whole bag and then eat the whole thing. So it's important for me to make sure that I get that throughout my week. But like we mentioned before, and portion sizes, I try to pre-portion out. If that's getting a bunch of bags and getting 5 individual servings of chips to last me the week, or making sure that when I go get the chips out of the kitchen, I don't leave the kitchen with the bag of chips. I go into the kitchen, get the chips, portion it out in a bowl, leave the chips in the kitchen, and then leave with the bowl. So I don't end up eating the whole entire bag too. So that's also something that can be very helpful for portion controlling.
Yes. And going back to the portion control question, sometimes when people gain weight or get larger, a lot of it is just because of portion sizes. Like I didn't really eat the most I mean, I did eat unhealthy, but I also ate some healthier options. Like I eat a lot of the same things I ate before. I just eat smaller portions. And sometimes, like you said, the smaller plate, it tricks your brain. But also sometimes we just kind of have to train ourselves.
Hmm.
And it's hard at first. Like you're gonna be hungry. And I hate saying that because some people are like, I don't want to be hungry all the time. When you're in a deficit, there's just gonna be some hunger with it.
Hmm.
Which it takes some getting used to. But sometimes you just have to train yourself to just know, like, I'm gonna have to have a smaller portion of this,
Hmm.
and it's okay.
And your body will eventually get used to it. We physically, even when we're on a cheat day or a cheat meal, we physically cannot eat
Yeah.
anywhere
We
near as
will.
much as we used to.
We'll go and we'll split a meal places when before that meal would not have even been enough for us, and we will split it now.
Hmm.
So
So your body will adjust to it. Your stomach also will eventually get to a smaller size as well. So just push through it, but make sure you are eating if you're legitimately hungry. Make sure you do get the fuel your body needs. But just don't overdo it.
yes, and also one more thing because I noticed somebody mentioning weighing and like why we weigh. Um, when you're weighing something, it's the most accurate form of measurement. Something can be like a cup and it says one serving is a cup or 28 grams, just some random number. Um, you can have your cup and it could be overflowing. You can say that's cup. But if you have your scale and you're looking for 28 grams, you can't say 29 grams is 28 grams.
Yeah,
Like it's
it's
going to be very, very,
precise.
very accurate. But I've noticed sometimes, which I mentioned earlier, sometimes the grams, like if like a tablespoon of mayonnaise, it actually sometimes seems like a little bit more when you're weighing it out than actually doing a tablespoon. So I like it because sometimes I feel like I can have more. Sometimes when it comes to like peanut butter, I'm getting a lot less, but sometimes it feels like you can have more. So that is why we weigh
Hmm.
our food out, and that is our
Hmm.
preferred method. He weighs when he makes my coffee, he weighs my milk out every single day,
Hmm.
and it's just very precise. And when it comes to tracking, you want to make sure you're precise because if you're off a little bit, it's not a big deal. But if you're off
A
every single
lot.
meal
Hmm.
by so many calories, then your whole week can be thrown off by it being not so accurate.
Hmm. And then another thing I've noticed is, for example, potatoes. They have a portion size on there, but all the potatoes are different sizes. So that is also where the weighing comes in.
Yes. And then Shelly asked, what kind of snacks the two we eat to bump up our protein. Always looking for stuff to bring to work. Quest chips, any sort of protein chips, any sort of protein chips
Hmm.
or protein bars and protein shakes. I know I keep saying the word protein, but Quest chips, and you can get them if you have a Sam's membership. You can get them at Sam's for pretty cheap.
Hmm.
Wild chips are delicious. They're made out of chicken. We found these new protein pretzels that are delicious.
Crisp Power, I think is what they're called.
Yeah.
We like the cheddar ones, but the
Mhm.
everything bagel ones are really good. But the Crisp Power, you can get 25 grams of protein with like 160 or something like calories. Um, We do protein bars.
You can make protein pudding. You can bring yogurt bowls. If you can bring if you're able to refrigerate, make a yogurt bowl and bring it. Or he recently just discovered the ratio yogurts. They have 28 grams protein, and he said it's probably the best yogurt he has
the
ever.
smoothest tasting yogurt. If you're a yogurt person and you don't want to have
I'm not
to
a
make
yogurt person. Like, I have to doctor mine up.
Mm-hmm.
But that's good. And yes, she said turkey sausage sticks from Sam's in the cooler section are really good. Yes, beef jerky, those kind of things are great. Cheese. I keep a bag of cheese cubes at work, and I will grab like 7 or 8 of them once a day. I don't do it too many times because
you have the
they
portion.
do add up.
Yeah, and it does have a lot of fat, but
that gives me a quick 7 or 8 grams of protein right there. So,
and then also we have a Food City where they have a high protein milk similar to like a Fairlife, and so her coffee probably has 15 grams of protein from just the milk because she does more than one serving of milk.
Also, if protein is something that you guys are interested in, it's been a long time since we've done a topic on protein. So if that's something you guys are interested in, just
Linda mentioned she loves Quest protein chips, but we really those are probably higher in protein, and we love those. But man, the what were those other chips? The wild chips are really, really good, especially the buffalo chicken one.
Yep.
Sorry, just got a little bit of
tickle in my throat.
But yes, and I love yogurt. I also do Jello, which is not really protein.
But it's one of those volume foods.
The volume foods. I can have a whole cup of yogurt for 10 calories, not yogurt, Jello for 10 calories. Mm-hmm. Zero sugar stuff. And lately, the 12 packs of the sugar-free Jello have been cheaper. They're like $3.50 for 12 servings when buying the packet is more expensive. Plus, you have to go and make the yogurt, the Jello too.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly how far into this we are, but we do have to stick with it with the 30-minute for time frame. I know we lost a little bit for the internet outage, but we'll go ahead and do our recipe for the week.
Thank you for all the questions, you guys.
Yes.
I'm sorry that some of the time was taken away by our technical difficulties.
But yes, thank you so much for all the questions. It definitely makes things a lot more fun, and hopefully we can get some stuff out of it. So let's go to the recipe.
Yes, this is roasted. That's not right.
Oops, sorry, I must have forgotten to replace the graphic.
I cannot get this tickle out of my throat.
So all of our issues, I forgot to change this out. Let's see, October 28th. Yeah, that one's last week's recipe. The baked French toast.
Roasted green beans. I love this one. I love this one. It's fun fact. I am not a veggie person, but I love fresh green beans. He does not care for fresh green beans. He likes canned ones. I don't. Anyways, so you need 2 cups or however much green beans you want. We don't really measure or weigh ours out. It's just there. Shelly, I will definitely send you that recipe, by the way.
So 1 tablespoon of ranch seasoning and salad dressing mix. And then I can't believe it's not butter, the garlic flavor butter spray. And just know that the spray technically is 0 calories, but if you do a bunch of them, the calories do add up. And then basically preheat the oven, have your green beans. If your green beans are not pre-washed, go ahead and wash and snip them if they need to. Put them in the bowl, spray them with the butter or olive oil if you prefer, if you have the bites, and then add the ranch seasoning and toss. Then add to the grease pan and cook for 20 minutes, flipping halfway through.
You can also air fry these, by the way.
Yes, we probably prefer the air fryer just because it's a little quicker, and it also adds a little bit more extra crispy to them. But they're really, really they're good. I don't hate them, but I don't love them. I like the canned ones better.
Yes, but this is super quick and easy veggie option. It is between 0 and 2 bites depending on the plan. Only 52 calories. That's why I said we don't really like. This is one of those foods we don't really measure or weigh out. We just kind of throw some green beans on the pan and just that's how much we want. 2.7 grams protein, so not much protein, but it's a veggie. 5.3 net carbs. And you can use as much or as little of the, I can't believe it's not butter spray. You can also use olive oil. I mean, the veggies are so few calories. If you use a little bit of olive oil or real butter, it's not going to be the end of the world. Mm-hmm. But it is very good, very delicious, very quick, very easy do it as long or as little as you want. I tend to do mine a little longer because I like mine almost burnt, but that's just me.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us this week. Stay tuned next week for our topic on snacking. So hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. Have a happy and safe Halloween if you have any little ones to celebrate with. But have a good one. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.